Welcome to the channel, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. Today, what we're doing is a little bit different. We're gonna be ranking Snowrunner maps by how fun they are. Um, so basically, on YouTube, I see all the YouTubers doing tier lists, but they are only ranking them by how difficult the maps are. But I thought it's a little bit boring to do that because we all know that NAI boom artist um anything in Michigan is easy, so like we already know that. So today we're gonna be ranking them by how fun they are. In my opinion, of course. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion, but this is my opinion and mine only. So my criterias are the music. Music is extremely important for me because this game can sometimes get a little like boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the most fast-paced game. So when you're trucking and you have some good music to listen to, it's very, very important and nice to have good music on a map. Next up, we got the trucks. So what type of trucks will uh, I unlock when I play the map? So is it trash? Is it worth it? So yep, trucks. Then we got the missions. Is the missions good on the map? So yeah, basically do you did the devs put a lot of effort into making a good mission, something interesting, not just carrying 1,000 metal beams to one spot on the same routes. Next up, we got the map. Um, what I mean by map is, does the map look good? Is it fun to drive on? Is the terrain challenging? Uh, do you have multiple choices for routes to use, or is it only the same route always? Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much my criterias. So let's get into it. And also, I kind of mix them up. Um, so it's not just Michigan, Alaska, blah blah blah. The normal, the normal orders that they are when you play them. But personally, I played chronologically, so I did not skip over maps. Yep. And this is only season. What am I saying? This is only the base game maps and the year one maps. So Michigan up to Amur. So let's get into it. First we got Big Salmon Peak. Um, so I will mention three positives most of the time. Sometimes I might mention even more if it's really good, and I'll try to mention at least one or more negative. So, Big Salmon Peak, um, lots of routes. Um, the music is super good in Big Salmon Peak, not Alaska, Yukon. Um, yep, so that's really good. Also, it's not too hard, but it is quite challenging on some spots. You have like the mud, pretty big mud holes. So you have the mixture of mud and snow, which is pretty fun in my opinion. There's not a lot of maps. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the only one that I've played so far that has a mixture of snow and mud. So that's really good. Um, the negative, too much cargo, straight up. Um, Yukon is really not good in this way for the cargo. There's just too much cargo, especially if you play solo like I do. I had a little bit of help from a friend, but when you play solo, it's just too much. But yeah, so Big Salmon Peak is B tier. Next up, Black River. Okay, now this is a little bit biased because I I pre-ordered this game back in 2020, and first map I got a little bit of nostalgia because it's been a while. But yeah, so in my opinion, Black River is a perfect tutorial for the game. It really shows you how you're gonna play this game, how the trucks work, how to use winch, how to use the garage, how to do your first contracts. Um, After that, you got terrain variety. It's really good. You have elevation of terrain. You got a lot of roads. You have to build bridges, but the road system is really good. If you want, you don't even have to use the road. You can go off-road. Um, the looks also, man, just look at the map. It's beautiful. Um, it has like a fall look to it, with the orange and red leaves. It's really beautiful in Michigan. Uh, yeah. Only negative of this map, in my opinion, is lots of unused space. I'm gonna show you real quick. Um, like right here, this whole place right here, this whole road. There's not a single mission where you have to go here. Actually, yeah, there is one mission where you have to go here. Um, yeah, right here, nothing. Right here. Down here, there's only a watchtower. I think there. Oh yeah, right here. I don't know. I think there's a lot of unused space in my opinion. It's a little bit too much of this area right here in the middle in village. So yeah, this could have been better a little bit. But yeah, overall it's really good map in my opinion. Uh, I, yeah, Black River S tier. Yeah. All right, next Drownland. First Russian trucks that you get and first map in Russia. Uh, just for the Taiga, this is really nice. Taiga 6436, one of my favorite trucks. Uh, yeah, it's pretty OP. So yeah, that bumps it up a little bit. Also, you got a cool atmosphere, like almost post-apocalyptic atmosphere, but it can get a little bit bleak and almost depressing because of the fog. Like sometimes I don't know, the Drownlands is a little bit, yeah, it's eh. Also, you got kind of boring terrain in my opinion. There's not enough mountains. It's pretty much the same. It almost looks like they just copied and pasted the map 3 times, 'cause it's only like a little bit muddy in some places. I don't know. There's not enough variation in my opinion. Uh, After that, I think it's too big, so yeah, it relates to the same point. I think this map should have been like half the size it is, because it's just too big for what it has going. So yeah, so Drownlands C tier. Nothing really that interesting about this map. Next up, Drummond Island. Uh, Michigan is actually a very good um, region in my opinion. I don't know, it's just you can see the devs put a lot of work into the Michigan region since it's the first one. So yeah, it's compact, but it's effective in my opinion. It's really not too big. You have good contracts. in it. Um, the missions can get tough. Don't get me wrong. Like there's one mission where you have to go to the ship. I think yeah, it's a shipwreck, and you have to carry two large containers out of there, four slots container, and it's pretty tough because the terrain is really angled. So yeah, that was tough, but that was fun. Um, and also you unlock the P16, which is a really badass truck. One of my favorite trucks. Also, it's a Canadian truck, so W Canada. Um, yeah, pretty much. I don't really have any negative, but yeah, Drummond Island, A tier. It's it's good. It's just good. Like, yeah. Next up, Flooded Foothills. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, this is where this oh boy, this map, man. Okay. I freaking hate this map. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, there's no routes option. I'm actually gonna open the game just to show you how much I hate this map. This is the worst map in the game. Okay, so there is no route option. Okay, just look at the freaking map. It's blocked by water everywhere. Okay, you start here. The only routes you're gonna use the whole time is this. Nothing else. That's all you do. That's all you do for hours. You go from here, boom, you do this. And right here is the most annoying freaking place in the world. You have to cross this shit. What I did is I crossed on the railroad right here. Boom. It's a little bit easier. Still sucks though. Yeah, it's just this map sucks, man. Okay, next, you got insane amounts of cargoes. Oh my god, don't even get me started on the mining contracts here and the little conveyor sections right here that will block the path that you can use. There's like it's like 20 hours to complete this shit. This is crazy for like one place, one it's boring. Then you got super deep and unavoidable mud, just like I was saying right here. Um, to get to the sawmill is a nightmare. Um, this to get to the warehouse right here, you got big mud pits right here. Yep, this map is just a nightmare. The missions are not interesting. It's just carrying the same cargo over and over. There's no like special missions where you have to pull something different. Yep, this map is just terrible. Garbanzo. Next, we got Imandra. Imandra. Okay, so this you might think you might think I'm only ranking maps by like if they are too hard, I don't like it. Okay, that sounded weird. If they are too tough, I don't enjoy them, but that's not true because Imandra is a good map. I like Imandra. It's in Kola, which I like. It's probably my favorite region in the game. Um, there's not too many contracts in Imandra, but the actual contracts are good. Um, you got the World War II plane recovery mission, which is a freaking banger. This mission is so fun. You really feel like this plane actually crashed there a long time ago, and it's really immersive mission. I like it. Um, the the mission where you have to recover the armored car is good, but not as good in my opinion. Um, music. We gotta talk about the music in Colo. It's so good. It's like the combination of the music and the Aurora Borealis in the sky is like wow. Right here, let me show you a little clip of the ambiance. The only negative I have for Imandra, or maybe two I have, is there is some spots that are really tedious. Some deep snow spots that are really tedious, especially in the middle of the map and towards the garage. Um, it can get a little tedious, and I don't personally I don't really think it's a negative, but the garage is not open when you first get there, so I think it was fun to unlock it. It's rewarding. So I don't count that as a negative. Imandra, second S tier. Some people may not agree because it's really challenging. It's probably top three in terms of difficulty, but for me, difficulty does not equal it's bad. Next up, we got Island Lake. Island Lake. It's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Positive. It's got the twin steer, the Western Star twin steer. So that's a good truck, especially for Yukon, where you have a lot of cargo. It's really fast. But it's not even the map itself. It's a truck. Uh, Pretty much, it's kind of forgettable. Not gonna lie. There's not a lot of, again, terrain variety. There's like a small section of the map that's a little bit mountainy. That's not even a word. Um, but most of the map is just flat and not really interesting. It's just a swamp, pretty much. And there's no garage, so that's kind of annoying, especially because the map is not really interesting. I just don't want to be there. Or also, I think, hmm, between C and D, I think I'm not gonna. I think it's D tier. Yeah, it's D tier. I was gonna put it in C first, but I think it's just not that good. Next up, Lake Cove. Okay, now that's interesting. I really like Lake Cove again. Again, big cola fan here. Um, just because the ambiance you got. Okay, so actual map itself, good usage of its size. Some people may think it's too big, but the ice actually helps a lot. It can be a positive but also a negative because if you know how to um, travel on the ice efficiently, then you're gonna be good and you're gonna like this map. If you don't know how to recognize um, uh, fragile ice and breakable ice, you're gonna have a rough time on this map, not gonna lie. So like for example, right here, where is it? Right here. Like this is random. There's like one mission here, I think, but like a crashed helicopter. Then you got this kind of place. It's got a little bit of lore to it. There's like a really creepy little town here. I don't know. I just really like the. Oh yeah. Also, there's like a weird nuclear box right here. Whatever this is. So yeah, I kind of like the lore of this map. Also, you unlock the F750, which is a really good scout. The music again, Cola, super good music. So yeah, I think Cola is gonna be a strong A tier in front of Drummond Island for sure. Okay, so next up we got Mountain River. I have like a weird bond with Mountain River. I don't know. It's just the map is so cozy. Like it's super small and it's really not tough at all. But after you just finish the contracts in Northport, it's a really nice um it's a really nice time. It's a nice time. It's a good time. It's just cozy in my opinion, maybe because I have like I remember playing this map. It was snowing outside in real life, you know. It's just chill. It's just a chill map. Yeah, simple task. Contracts are not tough at all. Uh, could maybe have a bit more mud. It's pretty much only roads, but Mountain River is B tier, in my opinion. I don't think it's better than Salmon Peak because Salmon Peak has a bit more contract and yeah, a bit more stuff going for it. Next we got Northport. Um, Northport pretty much perfect mud slash road balance. Um, yeah, there's the mud pits can get a little bit tough, especially since it's only the second region and you're not gonna have the best trucks. Um, and pretty much no wasted space. Mountains you have there are not wasted space because you have the contest right here. You got a contest right here, then one right here. So really good use of its space. Um, good good trucks also that you can unlock. You got the Armor H2 and the Royal BM17, I'm pretty sure. Uh, but the one negative, this mud pit right here. Oh my god. Bro, this thing when your best truck is the P16, this thing is a nightmare, bro. It takes like freaking 5 minutes to get through. It's insane. But apart from that, very good map, enjoyable. I personally think that this should be the first map, not Black River, because the freaking game is called Snowrunner. Why are we starting in Michigan without snow? Like this should be the first map, in my opinion, but with better trucks. Like, yeah. So, Northport, A tier in front of Drummond Island. Yep. Actually, is it better than Lake Cove? It may be better. I'm not sure. For now, I'll keep it like that. All right, next we got Pedro Bay. Um, it's pretty much straight up Drummond Island, but worse. Same size, I think, but there's just less interesting stuff in the map. Uh, you got the ANKMK 38, which is a good truck, but now that they added the ANKMK 38 Civilian, you can just put a 5 slot bed, sideboard bed, and it's just better. It's more stable also, so it's kind of useless. And you got good contests, and the tasks are pretty good. Yeah, contests and tasks are enjoyable. Not too many of them, but yeah. Red Bay, C tier. It's like meh, just like Drownland. Next up, Quarry. I don't even remember a lot. That's a bad sign. So yeah, it's weird size, weird shape a little bit. Uh, Lots of gateway choices, which is good, but some of the gateways in Zimnogorsk are kind of useless in my opinion. They're just meh. Um, my opinion, pretty uninteresting missions in here. The only you'll pretty much only use this road and this path right here to get to the shipwreck. Is it even a shipwreck? I don't remember. Yeah, shipwreck. Um, yeah, what else? You got that depressing fog again in the Taymir, so pretty bad map in my opinion. D tier, just like Island Lake, not much going on in this map. Next up, Rift. Rift. I actually played this map for the first time not too long ago because I'm pretty sure this map did not exist in 2020. It was added after, so I don't remember it being in the game, but I was pleasantly surprised. I did not know what to expect. It's got pretty fun and challenging terrain overall, not too hard, maybe close to like Drummond Island level difficulty, maybe a little harder. Uh, Good size to the amount of work that you have to do. What I mean by that is you're not gonna have to do too many missions um, in a small map. Uh, you got no garage, but two fuel stations and one with a repair station, so you can pretty much stay in this map for all the time you want. You're never gonna run out of fuel, except if you don't check it and manage it pretty badly. And what else? Probably negative is you can kind of tell it was added later because there's not much in the map. I think they should have used it a little more. Um, I feel like the devs added it only so that the base game has 3 regions with 4 maps. So it's good. Is it A? I think it's B tier. It's B tier, maybe above Mountain River. It could have been A tier, but it needs more a little bit. Needs more missions, more interesting missions in my opinion. Smithville Dam. Alright. I'm a big fan of Smithville Dam. Again, the nostalgia of Michigan. Um, let's see. I think it's worth going to the actual map. Oh yeah, so yeah, you can see this is peak terrain variety. Look at this map. You got this garage right here. Already you have to go down a little mountain, which is really fun to go down. Kind of a crawler type path, whatever. Then you got this island right here. Pretty simple. You got so many choices for your path to use, to your routes. Um, Again, you're going in the woods. You have this place. You can cross right here to get to this gateway. You got a quarry. You got a swamp. There's so much in this map. It's really good. What else? Pretty much a full usage of the map. Um, 2 good trucks that you unlock here. You got the Transstar, I think. Transstar 4070, I think is the name. I'm not sure. Western Star. Western Star. White Western Star, there you go. Which is really annoying to recover, but it's worth it because it's a really good truck. What else? It's beautiful again. Michigan is a really beautiful region with the color of the leaves. I haven't really talked about the music here, but the music is pretty solid in Michigan also. Um, my only downside for this map is this road. right here. This road is too long. Um, this could be cut right here in half. Like make this straight. Boom. There's no. It's pretty much a waste of time. It's too windy and yeah, it's annoying to get to Drummond Island in my opinion. That's the only negative of this map, but it's a pretty big negative, so it's gonna be an A tier above Lake Cove. Yep. Maybe yeah, I really like Lake Cove. I don't know. Nah, Lake Cove stays above. I really like Lake Cove. Next we got White Valley. Oh, this map has like that really cozy feeling of Alaska that I love. Um, it's got good tasks. I really like the Dairy Longhorn. Is it the Dairy Longhorn? Yeah, I think it is. Where you have to recover it from the ravine. That's a really fun mission. That was so tough. Um, I remember first time I played, I had like no trouble pulling the dairy up the like little ravine. But second time I had so much freaking trouble getting it up the mountain. The mountain. I don't know, like a ravine, whatever. I used like crane, pulled the crane while it was hooked to the dairy, like pushing it. Oh my god. I had to look at like a tutorial because I was like 1 hour in. So basically I just took the cat and I went up the small stream of water, the small river, whatever. So I have good memories from White Valley, and I really like the ambiance and the airstrip, but it's not challenging enough in my opinion. There's too much road, so I think it's gonna be a B tier also. Yeah, yeah, B tier. Mountain River I really like, so it's not gonna be above Mountain River. All right, next. Zimnogorsk. I don't know if that's how you say it. If there's any Russian viewers, just tell me how to pronounce this. Okay, so Zimnogorsk is a good map. It's actually my favorite map in Tamir because it's pretty challenging, but it's not too big like Drownlands. So yeah, it's tough, but it's fun. Some maps are just tough, but they're really tedious and not really fun. Um, for example, not Alaska, Yukon. I keep mixing Alaska and Yukon up. I don't know why. Good terrain variety. Tuz 420 is unlocked in this map, which is the best scout in the game. Yeah, so that's a really good positive. The garage is you have to build the garage when you get there, so that's fun in my opinion. Um, just like Mandra, it can get a little repetitive because there's not that many routes, and once you find your favorite roads and paths to use, then you're gonna stick to it, and it does have quite a bit of contracts and stuff to do. So yeah, Zimnogorsk, a very good map in my opinion. It's gonna go in A tier for sure. Do I think it's above Drummond Island? I don't think. I think Drummond Island is solid map. All right, next Black Badger Lake. Um, very interesting map. What I mean by that is there's again a lot of roads and routes that you can choose from. Where is it? I'm lost. Okay. Yeah, so just look at the map. So many routes you can use. There's like some nice shortcuts here. It really rewards the player for trying to look for shortcuts and stuff like that. Um, yeah, good amounts of cargo. It's really almost too much. The paper factory is a lot of cargo, but it's acceptable. It's not as bad as Yukon. It's really like the max amount of cargo that I think is acceptable for solo. So yeah, but it's really rewarding once you're done with the paper factory. Okay, yeah, negative point, the cargo crafting. Again, going back to freaking Yukon flooded foothills, you have to craft cabins. Another reason to hate this region, it's really bad. Okay, so in my opinion, crafting in this game is not good. It's not a good mechanic. They need to fix the bugs. I keep getting bugs with uh, the actual crafting, and you have to cross this right here so many times to craft here. And when you're I go to craft metal beams and it's spawning metal pipes. I'm about to crash out. Like what the fuck? I keep having to get fuel there and to ferry my trucks. It's really so annoying. Um so yeah, crafting is definitely a negative from this map. And also the right side of the map, in my opinion, is very tough compared to the left side. It's like, why would I go there? So I don't know why they put a fuel station here, because why would you want to go on this side? It's just way too tough for no reason compared to the rest of the map. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Black Badger Lake. Overall, pretty solid map. Not my favorite though. It's gonna go into B tier above all these maps because it's pretty big and it has a good usage of its size. Alright, Greenswood River. Oh, I love Greenwoods River. I love Greenwoods River, and this map is so good. Um, it has super fun contracts. Let's go on the map. Super fun contracts. Um, you have to craft some. You have to craft some railroad tracks, and then you go get your steel beams from right here. I'll show you a picture. I carried like freaking like 20 freaking metal beams. Then it's not a long road, so that's what feels really nice. It's really close. Then you craft them here. Then you actually have to place them down, which is really fun. Also a mission where you have to carry a train, my bad, right here. Then you have to go get some sequoia trees, put them on the train, send the train. There's a nice cutscene. Overall, it's pretty easy, but it has challenging spots in the terrain. For example, there's a really nice task right here where you have to go down here and grab some stuff. I think it's bricks, and then you go back up right here. And I don't know how I didn't. Whoa. I don't know how I didn't flip, but I crossed right here in the river, and it was so freaking fun to do. Some of the most fun I've had playing this game was on this map. Um, Also garage in the middle, super nice to get to pretty much any place you want in the map. Only negative point is too short. It's just too short. I need more of this map. There's not enough. I would need more contracts, and maybe make the map a little bit bigger, but then maybe it would lose maybe it would lose its interesting terrain. I don't know. So it's a really good map. I love it. S tier, best map in the game I've played so far. Remember, I've only played base game and year one, so that's what I base my opinion on. So we got the 4 maps in Amur to finish. So if you didn't see on my channel, I played Amur not too long ago on stream. Not all of it on stream, just pretty much uncovering the maps and all that. So you can go check that out if you want. But I was expecting the worst because I had heard so much stuff about these maps, but it was not too bad actually. But I did use a lot of my really powerful trucks. I don't use mods, but like Zix 612, Zix 605R, I'm not scared to use those. Some people, they want to give themselves challenge and take shitty trucks, but that's just not how I enjoy this game. I don't like to be stuck in a mud hole and icy road for like 2 hours. That's not fun. I think these maps are already take so many hours. I'm not gonna give myself more trouble. Um, so first we got Cherno-Kamensk, definitely the easiest map in Amur for sure. It's got the garage. Uh, it's a nice break from the difficulty of the other maps that you have in Amur, so I really enjoyed that. Since it's not the first one, I think it was a good choice by the devs to not put it at first. It has pretty much everything you need in the map. What I mean by that is you have to restore a factory, I think, something like that, and like 75% of the materials you need is in the map itself, which is really nice. Because I don't really like channeling cargoes from maps to another. I think that's pretty tedious and not that fun. Uh, yeah, the factory contract can get a bit tedious. That's pretty much my only negative point with this map. And it's really beautiful, positive, just beautiful. Your music is also pretty good. Not as good as Cola for sure. So, Cherno-Kamensk is gonna go into B tier. I think, I think it's better than Black Badger actually. Yeah. Is it better than Big? Yeah, it's better than Big Salmon Peak actually. I really enjoyed Cherno-Kamensk. Um, Cosmodrome. Okay, rocket launch. Come on, the rocket launch is insane. Spoilers if you haven't played Amir, bro. You have to launch a rocket at the end, and it's legendary. It's challenging, but it's a fair map. You're not gonna have stupid terrain where it's really designed to roll you over and make you rage. Um, I feel like it has almost a cool lore. Like, let's look at it real quick. I feel like this map has a lore, because where you get the Zix 605R right here, there's a weird radiation pit, lake, whatever you want to call this. What else? You got like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like there's something going on in this map. There's like, you can hear like people in a small wooden church, like in the middle of nowhere. It's a bit creepy. I don't know. I think it's cool. Yeah, I mean, 6605R is one of the best truck in the game. You unlock it on this map, so that's a positive for sure. Um, there's some very tedious roads. Yeah, so for example, to cross the river is annoying because it's pretty much only right here, and even the Taiga, I couldn't cross it with the Taiga. Maybe it's probably lack of skill, but yeah. And maybe this place right here is a bit annoying. And this spot right here, but you only have to go there once. So That's fine. So overall, Cosmodrome, pretty good map, and the rocket launch is gonna put it just there. Cosmo, yeah, that's a good spot for it. I actually gonna leave NAI for last. Urska River, it's very hard. I actually think Urska River is the toughest map in the game. Now some people might tweak out when I say this, but hear me out. So the first thing you're gonna see in Urska River is this road right here, okay? And I got to here and I flipped. Okay, that's never happened on any other map. I've never flipped in like less than 5 minutes of playing. Then you can go here. There's a really high chance that you fall in the water here. It never happened to me, but it could. Um, right here, the ice road, super annoying if you don't have chain tires. And this right here, because at first this road is blocked right here, and you have to take this path a couple times, and it's so tough. It's some of the deepest mud in the game, and you have to take the path. You do not have a choice. Um, then you have a mission right here, where you have to carry some trailer, and this swamp slash deep snow area is super tough. Um, I got stuck there a bunch. Right here, when I first scouted this place, no chain tires. I almost got stuck right here. I don't know how I did it, but I got up with the Tuz 420. Then this place, you have basically the whole map is super tough. Maybe the only place that is kind of easy is this right here, this stretch of road. Um, and even then you can flip your trucks easily anywhere on this map. So I think it's the toughest. Um, yeah, you could argue NAI is tougher, but in my opinion, I had more problems on this map. Probably because I hadn't adjusted the difficulty. But it's got good terrain variation. You got some mountains, you got some rivers, blah blah blah. Entire map is used, that's for sure. You go everywhere when you're on this map. Um, it's frustrating at the beginning. Probably there could be more negative, but this is the one I found. It's really frustrating, especially when the last map you did was Wisconsin, which is not that hard. Um, yeah, it's if you don't do the right things at the beginning, this map is a nightmare. So do this task up here first to get this warehouse and unlock all the bridges and stuff, and you're gonna have a easier time. So, Urska River, A tier. A tier for sure. It's a good map. You can see the devs put a lot of effort into it to make it miserable. Um, I think it's better than Cosmodrome, but not better than Northport. Alright, last one, the Beast NAI. Everybody is so scared of this map because there's no garage and it's pretty much as tough as Urska River. And oh my god, okay. I'm not gonna say the negative already, but let's start with the positive. So for me, the positive is it's very hard. Super challenging. Yeah, you have no garage. The terrain will try to flip you. There's rocks in places that are so annoying. Um, but I think the only reason why people say it's the hardest and not Urska is because there's no garage. If there was a garage, just like in Urska River, people would not think this map is that challenging in my opinion. So yeah, if we look at it, there's actually a lot of routes you can use. It doesn't look like it because of this like river around the middle island, but you can actually cross here. You can cross here with a light scout. Um, Here there's a bunch of rocks. It can get very annoying. Okay, negative. The rocket trailer. That was the toughest mission in the whole game for me so far. To get the trailer, it's a big 8-slot trailer, but it has like these supports on it which get caught on everything here from trees. You got light poles. They get There's like a bunch of rocks and it's super tight when you turn, so the trailer gets stuck and wedged. It's a nightmare. Just to get out of this map, it took me like 2 hours. It's, oh my god, it's such a pain in the ass. Um, and also another negative is the useless fuel station. I've never refueled here because I waited at the end. Because let me give you a tip: do not take the fuel carrier trailer and do this mission right here. Don't do that. Leave the fuel right here and do the mission at the end. It's gonna be super useful to refuel your truck here before you take the road all the way down here. Even with that, I still had to put another fuel carrier trailer right here because I was running out of fuel. Um, yeah, this map is very tough. But in terms of fun, it goes into S tier.
You what?
I'm just joking. It's actually B tier. Alright, so that's it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the list down in the comments if you agree. Um, I will do another one, another tier list, based on how fun they are when I finish the year 2, and maybe year 3, but that's gonna be a while, so I'm gonna find another video to make. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.